Okay, so in this video, I'll talk about real issues faced by candidates inside SSP. Everyone talks about their screening process, their interview, questions asked their interview, how they got screened and how was their approach, all that thing. Everyone has made video. You'll find different videos, but nobody talks about real issues. When you get screened in, how you have to approach inside the SSB campus. Nobody has talked about it. So in this series of video, I'll try to share experiences from different candidates' responses, which has completely baffled me, and I will try to summarize those things in the form of story, right? In a form of story. So when I was in Vishakhapatnam, I met with a guy who was a fresher at that time. He got screened in, right? And when you get screened in, there's a kind of segregation going on, right? Freshers will be clubbed into one group, repeaters will be clubbed into another. All that things happens, right? And repeaters' favorite hobby is to go inside freshers' room and just for fun try to hang out with those freshers candidates, right? You know what I mean. So we were there. We went into the freshers' room. We were there. We tried hanging out with those candidates. We were having a healthy conversation. I also was doing my part. So I met with a guy who. So I was already a repeater at that time, right? And I was previously conference out from Vishakhapatnam. So fresher came to me and asked that how was the previous Vishakhapatnam interview, how you got screened in, how was it, what was the questions asked from you, all that thing, right? I said I said okay, fine. I told him what are the questions which were asked, what were the questions which were asked in my interview, how was the GDU task, how was the screening, whatever the stories I made. I told him all the responses, right? And he told me that his interview, he also told me about his background, right? He told me that he was from Lucknow, he has diversified business. I got to know that he is rich kind of guy. He has a lot of money. So okay, fine. I got to know about him. He also told me that his interview is next day, and we have a GTO task the next day. So I said okay, all the best for the interview. So next day, when we completed our GTO task, we went inside our respective premises, and I remember that his interview was next day. So I went inside his room and asked him, how was your interview? So he said, it was good, but it could have been improved. I said, what happened? So he said, interview for 45 minutes, he just asked me about my personal background. He was interested in my father's business, my mother's business, all that thing. He was interested in his personal background. I said, what? For 45 minutes, you were just asked these questions. He said, yes, I was asked only these questions. He was not interested in technical questions or nothing related to GK, GS, general awareness, whatever the things normally is asked in SSP. He was not asked anything like that. So I said, what? So I said, what do you have written in your PIQ? So he told me that everything. He told me that his hobby, sports section, all that thing what he has written inside his PIQ. And he also told me that he mentioned that his father's income is more than 5 lakh. He showed inside his PIQ that his father's income is more than 5 lakh. His mother's income is more than 1 lakh. I said, oh my God, you are that kind of rich. I said, what? So he said that, oh, I said, this thing was going inside my head that's the most highlighting thing inside a PIQ. Means if anyone will go through your PIQ, the most eye-catching thing inside your PIQ that he is going to find is just the salary section. Your family is earning more than 6 lakh. You are kind of Ambani's native. So that thing had happened, right? So I said, what questions were asked? So he said, I was asked about my businesses, how he deals with different clients, how he make clients, what are the different business, their plans, all that things he was being asked. How he helped his father, his mother, all that thing was asked. I said, okay, fine. So the result was he got confidence out. So possibly two conclusions can be drawn from here. Number one, the interviewer has completely lost faith in that child, right? He was least bothered about his answers. He was least bothered in that candidate. So he wanted to just have a time pass. He asked questions which were futile, of no use. For 45 minutes, he just wasted time and he concluded his interview. Number one conclusion. Number two conclusion which can be drawn from here is possibly he was interested in his management skills, how he manages his business, how he helped his father, how he helped his mother, all that management skills he wanted to know from that child, right? But the result was he got confidence out, right? I am not in contact with that guy. But you know, I have always told you that, always told anyone, any candidate who has ever got in touch with me, I have always told you that write something which is credible, which is believable. Even the army general's salary is 2.5 lakh per month, and your family is earning more than that. Either way, it's not important. Defense is least for these are trivial things. Even if your family's income is more than, if your family is earning just 15,000 per month or 10,000 per month, if you have that spark inside you, the defense is going to take you. You will definitely get recommended. But when we were having conversation, I didn't find any spark inside him. I came to this conclusion because I also get an idea after a long means after giving so many SSPs. I also get an idea that which students should get screened and which students should not. I also get a kind of idea. So when we were having a conversation, I also got an idea that no, he has not that kind of uh, skill or that attitude which is required in army, which is required in defense. So anyway, he got screened. But I would always suggest anyone that you should try to avoid it. Avoid responding in this manner. Never write all that information. If you are that kind of rich, you should make your answers believable. Not that my father's income is 10 lakh, 20 lakh. I'm not saying you should hide anything from your interviewer, but possibly I would say you should hide something. If you are writing a response like this, you should, I think you should make your information credible, believable, which is acceptable to everyone. And uh, the interviewer is not open to counter question you. Like for 45 minutes, just imagine for 45 minutes you are just asked all these questions, just waste kind of questions, right? And the result was you got confidence out. So you are not gaining anything from your personal interview. If the interviewer is asking you different questions, even if you get confidence out, but you will get an idea that yes, these possible questions can be asked from me when I attend my next interview, right? So you should always try to avoid writing answers, writing your responses like these. Even if you really have your family's income more than 10 lakh or 20 lakh, whatever. So this was a short story, which I think everyone should know, and based on this story, you should write your responses accordingly. So this was all it. I will come up with another story, and another funny story, another funny response that I find after meeting a very interesting character. So I have already planned it. I will be coming up with the next video. So hopefully you like this video. Thank you.